This is a hard one to accept, not just for me personally, but I think for men in general, because it is a foundational, important aspect of masculinity is the capacity to shut off the emotions and just do what you got to do. There's lots of situations or examples in day-to-day life, but I could give the most extreme example. Let's say you're in war and your best friend just got killed right next to you. Whether it's a modern war, they just got shot and killed. It's a medieval war, they just got stabbed to death or cut in half, whatever. There is no time to be crying and processing this emotionally. Like, you have to just shut off the emotions and do what you gotta do. You gotta survive. That's a very, very fundamental piece of being a man, right? And maybe that's not necessarily a gendered thing. Maybe that applies to women as well. I'm not certain, but I don't know because I'm not a woman. But it's very easy to just continue and carry on as if nothing happened and forget that you actually need to go back and reprocess those things, to actually emotionally process what's happened after the fact, if you're not able to do so in the moment, which is a very difficult thing to accept, that that's actually a need, because I don't really understand what exactly processing things emotionally means or how that works, aside from just like allowing yourself to feel the feels. And I don't get it, but I'm trying to figure it out. Because if you don't, then essentially it's like they just fester away in the recesses of your mind, and then they start coming up in unhealthy ways. That's where you start to get addiction to anything: drugs, alcohol, disassociation, whether it be like scrolling on your phone, video games. Um, there's you start to seek an escape from all the pain, if that makes sense. And by going back and allowing yourself to feel whatever it is that you feel and think about different situations, but not just think about the thoughts about it, but feel what you feel about those thoughts. I don't quite get it, but I don't know how it works. So I don't know how to explain it super well, but that's when they matter, right? They get to the point where you end up with anxiety disorders and depression and this incapacity to function. That's like, the emotions matter all the time, but that is when you get to a point where you are forced to admit that they matter and you have to like do something with them and try to figure out what is it that you do with them. And that's a lot of what fueled this YouTube channel, this experiment of, well, hold on. Yes, I have this prop here. You hit the reset button on life, the way you can hit the reset button on a video game and start it over. So this whole channel was an experiment of like, what if I could just hit the reset button on my life? And I shouldn't have set that on the couch. So I shouldn't have dropped that on the couch. I immediately regret that, but because I don't want to break it. But anyways, that emotional overwhelm of unprocessed old emotion is a big contributing factor to the origin of this channel. And it's something that I have been actively exploring and trying to take time to explore and try to understand it. And I don't have the answers, but I recommend you look around too. Maybe I'll find some insights. Maybe you'll find some insights. We can help each other process things. I don't know what I'm saying. See, this is why, like, I'm just I'm so confused about it, but there's something there that's worth exploring, worth questioning. Question everything.